I want to make just a quick video for TikTok and YouTube today just to talk about my first book that I read this year. And I know on Book Talk, probably quite a few people are a dozen books deep in their new year of reading, but um, I would be probably too if I still read the way I read 10, 15 years ago when I read through books very quickly. But I was also reading mostly in English then, and now I'm reading in other languages that are not my first language, and that slows me down. So, but this book is a blast from the past. Um, I was at the Cabine de Literatura, which is the Portuguese version of the Little Free Library. They've taken cabines, which are like old phone booths, and turned them into little libraries. And while I was up there, I encountered this little gem, O Abismo Negro, Alan Dean Foster's classic black hole, which was written, I think, in the 60s. See if I can find the date here really quick. Um, 79. Okay, it was the movie was when it was. So this is the novelization of the 79 Disney movie Black Hole, which is pretty much a forgotten little film. I would say a classic, but it's probably not a classic. I was 9. I was 9 when it came out, and it was very formative for me personally. But in broader sense, it was probably not a great classic of science fiction, but it was kind of a standard mad scientist steals a ship and then parks it by a black hole. And then years later, they discover it and they're like, oh, how is this ship still there floating next to a black hole and not getting sucked in? And they board it and blah, blah, blah. And it's a whole thing. I will probably rent and watch the movie again because of nostalgia, and I'll probably think, oh God, this is terrible. But I saw the book. I had to grab it. I had to read it. It was fun. And what was really fun about it is I read it in probably about a week, which, considering this is Portuguese, that's really picking up the pace on my Portuguese quite a bit. I didn't really have to stop and look up any words to understand. Looked up a few to get a deeper understanding, but I was able to follow the story even without looking things up, which is a big improvement. And so that was my first book of the year. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 on nostalgia and maybe a 4 or a 5 on actual quality. But so that's it. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.